Everyone, Michael Gallant, the Chief Operating Officer of Cardboard Technologies, and this is one of the bikes. Michael, tell us about it.
What do you want it?
How about at my house?
Well, you can take it.
So how much does one of these cost to make?
Well, since this is a prototype, it does cost a few dollars to make, mainly because of our employees. We got a hard-working team, 5 guys working 12 hours a day. Don't tell the Ministry of Labor on this.
Michael's visiting from Israel, from Tel Aviv, and we actually met at the Israel Dealmakers Summit in New York City, right? We're going to take a trip to Israel next year in February or March. In fact, Paul Epner and Mike Lippitz have a survey I'm going to ask you to fill out if you're interested in possibly doing this, about what we might do while we're in Israel visiting the technology community. But the cost of inputs, what are the inputs here? Well, cardboard, obviously. What else?
This is cardboard, cardboard, cardboard. This is plastic from recycled bottles.
Recycled water bottles.
Water bottles. You can take Coke bottles if you prefer, but
great.
you know.
Just no Pepsi.
No Pepsi.
Just kidding, just kidding. Right.
So the tires for now are regular tires, okay? But it's our plan and vision to turn these into recycled car tires, rubber from recycled car tires. Wow. And you see regular brakes here because our brakes are patented. We can't. An IP attorney told me not to discover them yet.
Wow. So how long does it take? How long does it take somebody to make this? Is this something you're going to be able to make anywhere in the world, and how difficult is it?
Let me tell you a story. Okay, a while ago, I was just finished a career in the military. I was a Navy SEAL, and I was looking for what I'm going to do next. And as often happens, and you know it, in Startup Nation, I knew someone who knew someone who was looking for someone to do something.
That's how Israel works.
Yeah, and that's how I got involved. On my second day in the company, I met the guy.
Izar Gafani.
Yeah, well, there's a slide of Izar here, handsome guy. So on the second day, I met this guy in the bikes, and I was mind blown by what I saw. I asked him, you mean to tell me you made this? Is there a clicker here by any chance?
Yeah, let me get it. It's right there.
So I asked the guy, you mean to tell me you made this out of that? And he said, well, not all of it is made from cardboard. The rest is from recycled plastic and will be from recycled rubber. So, and being a practical guy, I thought to myself, handmade cardboard bicycle might be an awesome idea, but how much of an impact can we make? So I asked him, can we mass manufacture it, like you asked?
Right.
And he said, of course we can. I said, well, great. Do you have plans for this? And he said, of course I have. I said, well, can I see them? No. I said, well, why not? And he said, well, you can try, but they are in my head. And I said, well, okay, you can't tell me because they're in his. Like, what do you mean they're in your head? And then he said something beautiful. He said, I just sit down and I look at the wall for 5 or 6 hours, and I see bicycle. And then I see all the measurements. I see the wheels, I see the frame, I see the chair. I see the machines cutting and folding and gluing. I see the schematics of the factory. I see everything. And then I see the bicycle rolling. And in the past year, I've been in this company. Practically everything he said and showed me that day came out exactly the way he said it.
Wow.
So this guy's a genius.
So what are the plans for Cardboard Technologies?
Well, that's a good question. Let me tell you. Do you want to hear some interesting facts about the bikes, or should I just go to the plans?
A couple facts and then the plans, because you've got big plans to have impact with this.
Oh, yeah. Well, here are some interesting facts. As you heard, our bikes are made mostly out of junk. Right? The majority is cardboard, recycled cardboard. The rest is plastic and rubber. Now, let me show you something. This guy is well, first of all, I'm used to cardboard being a package for my Coke bottles or for my Billy bookcase. I was asking myself, how is this guy, Isa, able to take that and turn it into this? So the trick is by spreading the pressure, right? Isa spent more than 4 years of his life folding cardboard in an origami-like fashion. You know, he worked days and nights twisting and twitching this cardboard, making it strong and durable. Now, for those of you who don't know him, he's a 230-pound guy, right? This is him jumping on the cardboard bicycle frame. Not many carbon fiber frames would hold this. Do you cycle?
No.
Well, the ones of you who do cycle know that, you know, this is extraordinary, right? And here's another thing to think about. Metal bikes rust in the rain. Ours don't. Makes you think. So, vision and plans. The majority of the products we're using today are made from timber, produced of oil wells and ore mines, and we call these pre-market resources. Now, what we're talking about with this cardboard is creating a post-market resource. And what do I mean? I mean that in 10 years from now, it's our plan that your car, or my house, or his furniture can be made out of this cardboard. Now, it may sound incredible to you now, but 10 years ago, who would have thought that, you know, countries will buy and sell carbon credits from one another? Or that there will be energy plants producing energy from poultry carcasses, or waste from slaughterhouses, or that Pepsi will buy its bottles back from you. This, I think, is the representation of the world shifting from, or trying to shift conceptually, from pre-market resources to post-market resources.
But you have some really beautiful, simple plans for this product itself.
Absolutely.
To take it around the world to people who
Absolutely.
need it. Tell us briefly about that.
Okay, so here's the thing. First of all, this thing, the whole idea around it is that you can mass manufacture it in fairly simple manufacturing sites. So it's our plan to manufacture it locally. You don't need to ship bikes from Israel to the US or from China to Europe. You can just produce it on the spot. The resources are there. You got cardboard anyway. Now, the price of this is the amazing part. Because the resource is so cheap, right, and everything is recycled, plus countries love to give
Indigenous.
yeah, for these things. We want this to cost $30 to the end user.
$30.
$30.
Yeah. How many of these could we have in people's garages or backyards around the world for $30? Jörn, a question.
Yeah, can you 3D print this cardboard?
Well, you know, I've just seen something I was very, very concerned about, the 3D printing of guns. Have you seen that?
Yeah.
So I found it extremely, you know, so if you can, I come from the military. If you can print a gun, you can print anything. But would it cost the same? And would it be from recycled materials? I mean, we can, you know, out of timber and oil and iron, we can build practically anything. But can we do it from something we've already used? Can we turn junk to transportation?
So I wanted to ask Michael to go last in this morning because we've spent a lot of time on far out things, on extraordinarily hard problems, hopefully making some of them easier. And this was just a guy in a kibbutz, right?
Yep.
In a kibbutz in Israel who loves to tinker, getting bothered by something, having a bee in his bonnet, as we used to say, and deciding to try it. No one probably thought, including himself, that maybe it would be possible, but it was possible. And this thing lasts well for 3 years or so, this
Well,
you're expecting, maybe longer.
Maybe longer.
He took cardboard and water bottles and eventually recycled tires and made a bike that works, that provides mobility for people around the world eventually at $30 and can be made locally. No big technology there, just a lot of ingenuity, insight, and hard work. Some problems, truly hard problems, can be made truly easy. Thanks so much, Michael, for coming.
Thanks for having us.
Good luck to you.